Westpath Benefits and Investment has been doing research for the past 10 years around the well-being of clergy in the United States, United Methodist clergy in particular. And among the places of decline has included spiritual well-being. So the General Board of Higher Education and Ministry is teaming up with them to try to get a better understanding of what systemic realities contribute to the decline in spiritual well-being as well as the other dimensions. It's important to note that not all the news is bad. In the past couple years, we've actually seen a slight uptick in feelings of the presence of God in ministry and in day-to-day life. And I think it's really important to note, too, that wrestling with identity, God, the nature of the church, these aren't signs of declining spiritual health. In many ways, they can be indicators of spiritual well-being. There's a long list and cloud of witnesses of those who have struggled with faith in the midst of ministry, from Mary McLeod Bethune to John Wesley, John of the Cross, St. Augustine, St. Ignatius of Loyola, the Apostle Paul, Mary. And how could we not struggle with these things in the wake of COVID-19, social inequities, and disaffiliations? Wrestling almost always leads to discovery. And I believe that's true on an institutional and not just an individual level. And so this is where Westpath and GBHEM want to invite you to wrestle alongside of us with the church that we love, to identify what of the Methodist system encourages or discourages spiritual well-being. In the description of this video, there's a link where you can plug in your own insights. We will read every last submission that you offer. We can totally do this. The early Methodist movement was kicked off by the ability to create systems that cultivated the spiritual well-being of everyone involved. And it's not like we stopped coming up with ideas in the end of the 18th century. There's a wide range of ways that people can have their spiritual well-being cultivated by the system itself. So my dream, our hope in some of this work is that we can identify ways that everything that we do as a denomination in our corporate and systemic work might cultivate spiritual well-being of pastors. You know, pastors dedicate their lives to holding those spaces of spiritual connection for people in their care. And when our church can do that for our pastors, what a gift. That's beautiful. Let's cultivate those moments together.